Alright, cool. It's 2nd of July 2024, 11 a.m. Let's just jump into it really. Nothing major's changed. Um, alright, we're still in a macro range for Bitcoin. Just here. Nothing's really happened. Held the range low. So what we're really in dumb terms is held the range low. Cool. We look for the mid. If we show strength with the mid, flip the mid basically, then yeah, the high. That's literally it. So I think I've got two positions open which I'm playing. So I've got the swing and I've got the intraday, which I'm not in at the moment. I've taken profit around here. So the swing is not to mess up the general move. So the general move was to play it from range low to mid range, which I'm still in. Um, because obviously there'll be chop back, and I want to catch the little fine margins to improve my trading and to maximize my profit anyway. So yeah, so we got this area. You can find an exact TP or whatever within, and yeah, so that's that. If we zoom in basically for another, because I'm looking for another entry on a scalp and potentially to add my longs. You've got if we paint a story, so you've had the market structure break here, which kind of confirms that, alright, we're looking at upside prices, buyers are stepping in, yada yada. And then I knew after market structure break, you always have a pullback anyway, so this H1 demand was perfect for that. Um, got that, and then TP'd at this resistance zone, which hit perfectly. So that was an easy trade for me. I think mine ended up being about almost 3R or something. Could have easily been like a 5R, but like doesn't really matter anyway. Um, cool. So we had that. So in principle, I'm looking for the same thing, which it's giving me right now. So we've taken out the lows, and we had a supply print that wasn't respected at all. So we're gonna call this a breaker. It's broken above, and it's likely to act as a retest zone for supply. So if I just write this down here, H4 breaker, and then you can add loads of different confluences as well. You got this golden fib, which lines up here, and as well as this, you got the volume profile, which also lines up perfectly. And there, there's almost a demand printed here, so if you just drop in, there's gonna be loads of like, yeah, you got an SR here as well, so loads of shit you can do. So the main premise is, alright, breaker, stop below the low, give it some space, and then I like this H4 supply, takes out the liquidity here, or obviously this liquidity here. So yeah, I think that's a nice little setup for that. And then overall you got the chop here to probably play it to like 67k, and then that would be my swing position field. So yeah, that's it for BTC at the moment. Let's go on to Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum. Ethereum from the last stream, I basically said the buy model, whatever. So you had this. Oops. So you have this range here, followed by another range, and then you have this demand here, which it almost feels wrong not to tap. So I think a third and final range before this big structure prints, and then we get the breakout finally. That's what I personally think in the higher time frame. You have something sort of similar here. So you have this range, and then a third range here before a big breakout. So that could easily happen. Um, you could just break out here, of course. I personally don't think so. And if it is something, it will probably just be a fake out. Because I really think you need to come back down here, and that's going to be like the most boring, and it kind of lines up with the ETF sentiment. When the ETF, you've seen the Bitcoin one now, it's not gonna do okay. ETF happens, it's not gonna boom. It's most likely gonna be like okay, shake people out, bore people, oh scam wick, and then yeah, see you later. And you have a rounded bottom, whatever. Um, that's what tends to happen in these big things. It's more common for it to chop, bore people out, shake people out first, and then move out. So yeah, trade ideas. We've had liquidity swept here, so it's on the upside, you would think on the macro. And if you were going to, okay, so if you're going from liquidity to liquidity, you got that swept, and then you're looking for probably all this to be swept as well. So you're looking something around here. Maybe just gives us that. But yeah, alright, cool. Then you have this H4 supply, and then I think if you get the market structure break here, which it rejected as well. Alright, cool. What are we saying? Just give me 1 sec. I think personally because we didn't get a market structure break. I feel like that's probably the next move that will give. So you can either enter from here, I think, but even then, like I wouldn't really jump into this because it messed up on the market structure break. So the only thing is if it reclaims this SR really, and then gives us the break, and then it'll probably come back down here. But like I said, I really wouldn't jump into the trade right now. Doesn't really give anything unless you see something very strong here. Then by all means you can do that. Probably put a stop there. But I really wouldn't. I would probably leave Ethereum until it gives us more price action, to be honest. Um, Another thing is if it takes all this out and then holds, you could do that as well. But like I said, I probably won't touch anything just for the time being. Um, ETH BTC probably looks the exact same. Maybe printing a local double top, which won't be good, but kind of supports the idea of a third range being needed. Fill this inefficiency in before we move back up. Um, where's ETH? Which is alright, I guess. I'm okay with that. Right here, you've had the market structure, macro market structure break. Fill. We'll get onto you in a minute. Um, yeah, so it holds here, cool. If not, then I think eventually we'll get that. Alright, cool. Solana. Yeah, Solana. I just drew this out literally before the stream video. Just delete all this for now. Uh, Actually, yeah. Let me speak about the higher time frame quick. Alright, Solana. On the higher time frame, yeah. Solana's broken structure, and it's probably going to test this area before going back down, basically. So you've had the shifting structure. You're going to have the retest of the SR before the shifting structure, and then yeah, and then you got like high time frame targets, which would probably be like this area here, maybe this area. Um, yeah. So my stance hasn't really changed on it. If you treat this like a 4 hour graph or whatever, this is the thesis that you'll get from my logic basically. So Let me break it down one more time. Ignore this little thing. Alright, let me just delete this actually for now. Alright, cool. Market structure shift, bang. Then you need to come back into the market structure shift for a liquidity sweep or SR, both. Demand, bang there. Before smack that down here, and you look for targets, which would be the weekly order block here, or the weekly order supply here, or demand if you flip it. So yeah, if you want to throw a volume profile, I think the load. Let's try that. Alright, this doesn't help, but you get the idea. Cool. Alright, jumping down to the lower time frame. Alright, cool. Essentially what it is alright, you're getting kind of getting rejection here. And there's this built up liquidity here, as well as the fact that you've had a shift in market structure. So you're trying to shake out sellers, I guess, yeah. So I personally think this is just right. Tag the demand here, and you got the liquidity build up here. This actually might also be a fib retracement here. Not quite. It could come down here as well. That's why I'd rather DCA in this position a bit and then leave a wider stop. And then you got this H4 supply here, and then yeah, the macro daily supply there. So you can get to maybe a 3 to 4 hour trade if you manage it well. So that's what I'm looking for Solana. Yeah, nothing too crazy. And then really, I just wanted to talk about like other memes that have like this bearish structure. So I think whiff is one. I think people have started to catch on about this one as well. If you just flip the scale, you had your shift here. You got that low, the high, the lower low. Then you had the market structure break there. Really, you would look for probably something in here for continuation of shorts. So you had a shift here, something like that maybe here. But then yeah, and then you have another shift there basically to trigger the play. Um, so yeah, you can keep an eye on that. Whoops. Yeah, you can keep an eye on that. Or really, you could just like puke there. So these types of structures, it's a bit scary. I feel like a lot of memes now have had their run, and I'll show you. There's probably like coins that will start to have their light now, like with the structure that they're printing. You know, no one talks about these coins when they first start to come around. They think, oh, they're shit, blah blah blah. Memes are the way. But eventually, memes, as we all know, are not gonna last forever. So you need to be adaptive, basically. So yeah, so with two high time frame scenarios, that or gives us that basically. That's what I think. With is one example. Um, I think Pepe is another example now. I know I keep flipping it, but it's just easier for me to be honest. Not quite, not quite. It's fine for now. On the higher time frame at least. I think the 4 hour probably has a shift here. I wouldn't even call this a market structure breakdown to be honest. So I feel like as long as Pepe really holds this, it's fine. Um, this is a weekly SR anyway. It probably will give us that eventually. I think this is great buying in opportunity for Pepe. You got this breaker as well, D1 breaker acting as support. Um, yeah, I think eventually you will get that breakout. Not looking at this too closely yet. I think we do get more price action before it develops. And sorry, I just got a text message. What's this about, man? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. So and it kind of lines up with the whole BTC thing anyway. Of it like okay coming down a lot. I feel like a lot of coins just need a bit of a rinse before they before move up basically. So yeah, uh, I think was there one more structure? I'll leave it at that. But you get the general idea about the whole. If you just look at the high time frame structure, you'd be alright. I think Arkham was another bearish one, I believe. Like just off the top of my head. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Market structure break deviation. Come back into the SR, which is here. This area here. Cool. Now we're just gonna have continuation of shorts before the target, which would be, I would say, this area here, basically. So, bang, bang, bang. Eesh, that is ugly. That is ugly. But I mean, this is my system, really. That's what I look for. Yeah. I think at most, really, I mean, at the very least, sorry, you get this sweep. Probably this sweep as well, or this fill in or whatever, and then move back up. But yeah, I wouldn't touch this at all. Maybe just for shorts, that's literally it. Yeah, I think quite a few coins have this structure basically. Um, yeah, so we'll look at some of the coins I was referring to when it's like the shift is gonna happen. So if I invert this, yeah, you got AVAX here. So you've got this wick here acting as resistance at the moment, and I think I tweeted this. So you just I think there's a power free building up here, which there's a couple coins I've seen this as well. So you got accumulation, manipulation, and then you got distribution. Where is it? Cool. Probably get some price action here. I'll wait for our entry really there, just by the eye test, and then yeah, I love charts like this really. So a clean deviation. I thought near was going to give me this before, and it just kept going lower. So I was like, forget that. Hopefully AVAX does something for us. Again, trend line if you wish. You probably need a retest of that trend line. So yeah. Um, I was talking about a market structure shift as well on the H4. It is challenging that basically, broken it. Now we need to see the SR before, which okay, the first SR would be here, but the eye test. I'm just going off the eye. Wipe out liquidity here. Hold the SR there. Bang. Um, yeah. If you want to find that SR, probably be this here. I'll look for an entry about there, giving me that. I think I'll play the scalp as well as a swing if I like it, and then the swing targets would be probably here first, and then we'll look for stuff after. I think AVAX and Algo were similar. Algo and yep, see Argo, and it's already accepting nicely. So if it can hold this area, cool. You have the power free, you have the accumulation, manipulation, and you got the distribution there. So what would I want to look for? Well, I mean, I'll break these down in my tweets in it, so won't waste your time, but I can give you a general idea. Litecoin being another one. They're kind of like these are like the old coins that had their run. Like I'm trying to categorize them, I guess. AVAX, Litecoin, um, Argo run. They had their run last cycle, and they're looking like they're gonna get their run again. From the top of my head, ADA was another one. Um, that had a good run last cycle, and yeah, it's doing the same structure. So it's a case of whether if they all hold this area for themselves here, can they have their run like the memes have? Not to that extent, but me, I'm talking like a maybe like a 60, 70% pump, and that's gonna be nice to trade, good environments to trade, and this is looking healthy as well. So breakout, um, this pattern has been printing everywhere. You have the trend line, kind of have a fake out of the trend line before moving up. So yeah, keep an eye on these coins: AVAX, Algo, Litecoin, ADA, all the coins that had their run last cycle. They seem to be gearing up. Um, at least just even if it's just a little swing, just comes into here. That's better than nothing. You can hold the swing or trade the way up basically for 30, 20, 30% up. All right, cool. Um, Nothing really to be said after that. Really, just keep an eye out for those coins. Um, I'll just talk about like the big ones. So Brett, I traded I think two winners and a stop, a break even, I believe. Brett, I would like to. I think I would love to see this move. I think ultimately that's what it's gonna give us if we just clear up the chart. You've got this accumulation basically that you're just seeing. And Brett, everyone's talking about Brett, so you need to do a bit of a shake up now, guys. Cool. You got this range here. I'm thinking if we get a bit of a cheeky price action below here, and then come back here, a deviation, basically just a simple power free. Man, I'll size up like balls deep in this, like proper. If I get this, if it holds this demand, that'd be beautiful, honestly. Before the another long awaited pendant breakout. Um, yeah, that's it. Bonk, it's been doing well. I think done really well yesterday. I don't know why I put that there, but that was a shit plan if I actually said that. Bloody hell. I hope I didn't say that. But holding this demand nicely, rounding off. I think this is a monthly SR as well. I think I'm in a swing basically from around here spot. So I think I'll look to see what happens here. If we get continuation high or rejection, then I'm out basically. Because I think this is, yeah, basically a bearish structure. So this is what I don't know. I don't know if I would really classify this. Nah, actually, I would classify this. So here is where I'm looking to get out my swing play. Um, if it shows a bit of rejection here, and then bonk as well, we'll probably see some darkness ahead. So yeah, unless we get this, it's not gonna see all-time highs basically. Um, yeah, and then lastly, what should we finish off on? Fit. Shift in structure. Previous SR would be here. Didn't get it fully. Barely got it. If you got in, cool, nice one. This is a nice chart, really. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, oh shit. That is funny. Fuck, you know. That is. I fully thought that was a bullish case. Blood. This is why you don't. Sometimes you don't need the charts on the numbers. Just look at the candles and then the bias is removed out the way. That's actually that's actually crazy. Yeah, man. Just remove the candles and the numbers, and then you get your shit, bro. No, that's removes any emotion. But fit. Um. Nah, I don't even want to talk about this coin. Yeah. Ondo. That's another one. Ondo. Alright, fuck it, leave it. Alright, recapping basically. Bitcoin still in the range, held the range bottom looking for the mid at least. If the mid shows strength, then the highs. We're playing a swing trade base, not really maybe a swing. Swing trade from the breaker to the supply. Cool. This could fuel our trade for Ethereum, which is, if you want to take this, by all means, if it gives us nice confirmation. Really, I want to see a flip of this and a market structure break, and then that basically. Higher time frame, maybe if we get another range within here. Pendant breakout, that's cool. Solana, I like this trade if it gives it to us. I may not. If we get a flip of the supply, we'll see what's up. But overall high time frame, bearish structure, um, potentially. So yeah, so this is a pivotal area about 160. Make or break kind of for Solana in my opinion. I would like to get a last long in if possible, and then obviously we spoke about bearish structures um with and Arkham, with and Arkham, and we also spoke about potential bullish structures in previous cycle coins, which was AVAX, Algo, Litecoin, ADA, basically. So yeah, all right, thank you. That's it.